Now after creating a table, we are going to create a form first. So to create a form, you click on create. Then for now we will be using form wizard, but at your own time you can try to create a form using form design and other like this one, which is auto form. So you click on form wizard, then here you need to select a table. You need to select a table that you are going to use to create a form or a report. So for now I just only have one table, so just click the table. Then here are two options. This one takes all of these fields to the other side. So you choose to use this icon, which is greater than to pick all the fields to the other side. Then you just click next. Then here are the designs. You can choose for it to be organized in a columnar, tabular, but these are the only two mostly used designs. So for now we will use a tabular. Then just click next. Then you can write population form. You change the name to be different from the other one, so you just write population form, then you finish. Now here you have your form. Now after creating that form, remember we said that you should know on how to do calculations in Microsoft Access, and the one way we said that you can use a form to do calculation. So in this case I'll be using this form to show you on how to do calculations. So you open the form, already it's open, I can open it again. You open it, then you click on home, then you click view, then you view it on a design view. After viewing it on a design view, here you can rearrange the fields and the records. So I can just reduce the size of the fields. I can just reduce them just that way, so that I can get a space to do calculation. Then this way, then the other one you do the same. Just customize. You just need to customize the look of it. You just customize. You just click on these icons, then you try to customize. You just customize, and here we are. Now you need to do calculation. Remember, we are calculating average females. For you to get average females, you need to have population and average males. So for us to do these calculations, we just need first to determine the number of that is average males. So you just close it here, then you just click yes to save. Then you open it again, and you can see now it's okay. Now for this table of hours, we need to write just some figures about that is for the average males. I can say these are just 56,000. I can say is 73,000. This one is 78,000. Then this one, any figure. Then now you are able to get the average females. That is average females. You can now try to calculate average females. So you just close it here, then you just save changes. Then now for your report, you can see that is form, you can see it is updated there. If it's not updated, you need to do refreshing. You need to refresh it so that you can see what you have done. And to refresh, you just refresh it here, and you can see now we have average males here. So if you have the average males, now we can calculate the average females. This is the first way of doing calculations. So just open it in a design view. So just click home, view. Remember, we are on the form, then you're opening it in design view. Then here you just delete whatever is here, you delete, then you write equal sign. Remember, to get average females, you deduct, that is it is population minus average females. So you just write equal sign, then you open square brackets, then you write population the way it is, population, then you close your bracket, which is square bracket minus square bracket average males, then you close your bracket. Oops, not here, it is the other way around, not just here, it is just for this one. Let's just repeat it. So this one is where what we are calculating, so we just write the formula, equal sign population minus average males, then you just click OK, that is you close, then you click yes, then you try to open to see if it is calculated, and you can see that our report, that is our form, has calculated. So the formula, we've said that the formula is if I can enlarge it a bit so that you can see, it is equal sign, you write inside the text box equal sign population minus average males, and you'll be getting the answer. So just close and save. So just open it again to see it. So for instance, a form is used as a data entry. So if I write another country here, like I can say Ghana, capital city for Ghana is Accra, then I write a figure like 6,005, that is in a figure, then I write that figure, then if I click here, it will just calculate. So this is the importance of creating a form, so that you can make your work easier. So that's how you can create a form, then you do calculations using a form. So just close it. Now the other way is just to create a report, and the report will be very fast. You just click create, you click on report wizard, you select the table just like the other one what we have done. So just click greater than, next. Here you click next 3 times. So for now, for the form we used columnar. So for now we are going to use we use tabular form. So for the report, that is the report, let's use columnar. So just click columnar, then you just click next. Then this population report, population report, report, then you just click finish. And you have to know that after creating a report, it previews itself immediately. So you can see this is a report, and you can see it's very different. The difference between a form and a report: in a form, you can it can be used as a data entry, but in a report cannot be used as a data entry. So you have to put that in mind. So you just close it here. The other object that you can create using Microsoft Access, we've said that is a query. And a query is a tool that can be used to ask a question in a database using criteria. So to create a query, we just create 3 different types of queries: delete query, update query, and the other query for doing calculation. And I think you'll be okay with that. So to create a query, you just click create query design. In most cases we use query design, but I'll be creating another customized tutorial for using the other ways of creating a query, like query wizards. So for now, let's use query design. Then if you click query design on this dialog box, remember these are dialog box, so you just click on tables. Then all the tables that you have in that database, they will appear here. So you select the one that you want to create the table with, then you just click add or just double click, then you close. But for instance, what if you add two similar tables by mistake? You can remove the other table by right clicking, then you just click remove the table. So that should be not an issue. So now you have your table here. Now for you to ask a question in a database, you need to drag the whole of this table in this design. This is a design of a query. So you just click on this icon asterisk, then you press down Ctrl plus letter A to select all, but you can opt to drag one by one, but according to the time factor, you need to just drag all of them at the same time. So you just click on one of them, hold, then you just drag on the design, then you just drag and drop. Then the query that I want us to just create is just to ask something in that database. So for instance, I want us to ask in our table the country that has a name Ghana. You just click on country, then we usually write on the criteria side. So just click on criteria. That's where you write the question that you want to ask on the table. So you don't write just like a question, you just write, you indicate what you want from that table. Yeah, you just speculate what you want from that table. So just write, I just need the country by Ghana. So after writing, remember to me, that is we have written it on the criteria side. So just write Ghana, then a query must be run. So just click run, and you see that you're getting only one record. Remember, Ghana is just one from our table, so just you'll just be getting one. So just close it here, then you click yes, then a query must be given a name. This one is a normal query, normal query, and just click OK. After creating that query, you can see even if you open it, it has just one that is record there. And you can see that a query is very much crucial. It separates some records from others. You just pick a certain record from a table. So queries are very much important in Microsoft Access. So another query that is a type of a query is just a delete query. For example, maybe we want to delete Kenya from that is the complete record of Kenya from our table. So just click create query design, then you add the table, you just click and add, then you just click on asterisk, Ctrl plus letter A, drag, then we just write the country that we want to delete its record. Here you just need to write just one of the record, just like Kenya. Then we don't ask a question for now, we know it is there, we just need to delete it, and we don't just need to delete it direct from the table, we just want to use a query. So just click delete. After clicking delete, you just run. We say that a query must be run, so just click run, and you can see the message box that we have. It says you are about to delete one record or records from the specified table. So just click yes to proceed, and automatically, if this one is irreversible, if you click yes, it has already deleted the record, so you can't reverse it. So just close and save it as delete query. Sorry, query. Then just click OK. Now, if you create a delete query, you don't need to open the delete query again. Opening a query means that you are running it, be it a delete query, update query, or append query. You just need to open the table to see if it has deleted our record that we have specified. And you can see Kenya is no more in our is nowhere to be seen in our table. So that's how we create a query for deleting a specified record. Another type of a query is just an update query. So to create an update query, you need maybe to just change a certain date, a certain field, that is a certain record name, or any other type of record that you want to change. So you just remember that all queries start the same. The procedure is just the same. You divert the time you are asking a question. So just click create query design, click the table, add the table clause, click on this asterisk, control letter A, drag. You can see we are just following the same formula. Then now we want to update a certain record. Instead of this is our table, instead of Ghana having its capital city to be Accra, we want to change it to something else, but not writing just inside here. So what you do, you just write on that it is a city. So you just navigate to the city column, then you write first you have to write what is in the table first, and in the table you have Accra. If you have Accra, we want to change Accra to maybe Nairobi. So just write Accra, then you just click on this update here, just click update. Then after updating, you need to write what you want to insert after you remove Accra. Okay, so you just click, if you click immediately, you click update, you can see we have another row which says update to, and in the same column just write on the update to what you want to insert after removing the Accra. So just write Kenya, for example, then you just run those few steps. In this dialog box, that is the message box that we have, it says you are about to update one row. If, for example, it tells you you are about to update 0 rows, it means that the criteria that you have used, it is no longer in the table. So just, for example, click yes, then you close, and this time you are going to save it as update query, date query, then you just click OK, and now it is here. Again, you don't need to open a query, update query or delete a query. You just open the table to see if changes have effected. Now you can see that Ghana, now capital city of Ghana is Kenya. For us, we have just changed using a query, and that's how they work. Now another query is just to do calculation. Using a query. So just create query design, you click the table, you add clause, then highlight, control letter A, drag it. Then after that, remember we are doing now calculation. And note that if you miss a certain, if you maybe use a colon, you use a semicolon instead of a colon, you'll mess up, you'll end up messing up with the whole table. So you have to be very keen with it. And here in calculations, we want to calculate, to do calculations in a query. So in this time, you just click on the field itself, then you click on builder, or you right click, then you click builder. It is here, right here. So you can just use this one, builder. Then here you just use a full colon, then equal sign. If you miss a full colon and equal sign, remember you'll get an error. So just use full colon, then equal sign. Then you double click on your database, which is PIBS. Just double click, then double click your tables, then click the table, which is just right here. Then the formula is, it remains to be population minus the average males. So you just double click population, then minus from your keyboard, double click, then average males. Don't bother about the expression that we are getting is very much complex. Just double click and double click, it will give you the formula that you are using. So you just click OK, then a query must be run. We've said that a query must be run, so just click run, and you can see that it has calculated in a query. You just close it, then just click yes to save, and you can say this calculated what? calculated fields, then just click OK. Now for now I'll just create those few types of queries. You have others, but I said that I'll just create another tutorial showing you other ways of doing, that is creating queries in Microsoft Access. Now I want to show you on how to calculate now using a table itself. Now here two things must be considered. You need to to export, then you import after you do the calculations. And where do you need to import? Remember we said that Microsoft Excel now is used for calculations. It's just designed for just doing calculations. So you need to export in the Microsoft Excel, you do calculation, then you import it back in the Microsoft Access. So to do that, you just click on external data. Now you have to notice the icon for Excel. This one is the icon for Excel, and you have this one. Now you have to point on it to see if it is telling you to import or if it is telling you to export, and this one says you export. Remember, you export first before you import. So you just click Excel. After that you just export. You tick these two, just export, then you open the destination after that is, you open the destination file after the export operation is complete. This enables you not to just to get the file immediately after you export. So you just click OK. Don't change anything, just leave the way it is unless you are an expert. So just click OK, then it will open Excel for you if it is there in the computer. Now here in Excel, you just know that calculation is very easy. You just write equal sign, then you click population minus from the keyboard, click the average, males, then you enter, and you can see you're getting the answer. After that, we said that on the other lesson about Excel, there is autofilling. So you just click on this icon, then you drag for it to calculate all of other fields. So you just create one, then you autofill to see if it will calculate. It just copies formula from one cell to the other. So you just close it, just click that is save, then now back again to Access, just save exports, just save changes. Then now after exporting, immediately you do import. You just click import, then it is in the users but in the documents, but we don't know the name. You just click browse so that you can find it. It is in the document. So you just find it, it is here, just only one, then just open. After opening, now you just click OK, then you click next, then choose my own primary key. Remember, you add your own primary key, but this one is recommended. You use your own primary key to just match with the other table that is in the Access. So just click next, then finish. It will tell you, this message box tells you to overwrite the existing table. Remember, in this table you have some fields in the table. What we are just in need in this table that we are importing is just the average females column. So you just click yes to overwrite, then you save imports, then you save. Then now here you are, just open your table to see if it is calculated, and you can see now it is calculated. That's how we do calculations in Microsoft Access using a table. Now I think for now we are through for our class today. Next time we are going to deal on how to create relationships in Microsoft Access, and again on how to customize a form and a report. Again, we will learn different ways of doing relationships, types of relationships. Then we'll see on what to do next, that is in the next class. So till next time, thank you.